Yeah, I know, and that is an issue. And actually, I mean, can I give assurances? That's difficult for me to do, if you like, but it is something that you need to keep in mind when applying into phase 2. I think, you know, I'm not saying that your project should be or will be a show house where anyone can sort of knock on the door and come in, but for instance, something like a post-occupancy evaluation interview that your tenant will likely be required to do through the Energy Saving Trust programme, although you can ask our representative from there a bit about that later. For them to be involved in that, I mean, yes, they need to be able to do it, so they need to be able to presumably speak English or have a translator or something.
Yeah, can I just reassure everybody on that point? We haven't worked out how we're going to do it yet, but clearly we want the data to be available for people like researchers to think about, but it must be anonymised. I mean, there are clear privacy issues. And we will come up with a solution, and the Energy Saving Trust and other people have some experience of the ways you can approach this, so that the data has maximum value, but is not actually connected to an identifiable address or named individual. So there are things you can do to anonymise, to aggregate the data, to group similar properties together. There are a number of approaches, and we'll be discussing with people what is the best and the ethical way to do it. Because quite frankly, if we don't sort that out, then we will not be able. We have responsibilities as well. You know, we cannot just make private data, personal data available. We come under the Data Protection Act the same as everybody else does. So we will be developing that strategy and trying to find out what is the best way to get the maximum value out of it without actually compromising somebody's privacy.
There ought to be a statement on that fairly soon, because we're already engaging with these people now and giving them assurances.
Yeah.
We really want to know how those assurances are going to be given.
Okay. How quickly do you need that?
Well, we're talking to them now.
Yes.
In their houses now.
Can you give us a couple of weeks? We'll get onto that one straight away. I think in the end it's not difficult, because lots of studies have been done and this has been worked out how you do this. I think it's just a question of us talking to people about best practice and coming up with the protocol we will use.